Okay, the first thing is how to draw curves pen style. So in order to do that, we have our character here in our video clip. We're going to add grease pencil and we set it to blank. And that will create an object that's more like, it's kind of like a placeholder for the object that we're going to call columns in this case. And if we now go into draw mode, we can see that we can draw. So I can actually just, in this case I'm using a tablet, but I can draw around and you see that it's a line, but it is in 3D, which is actually quite cool. You can do all sort of stuff like that, and since this is a monster class, of course we're going to pretend that it's a monster, and that's the monster. Very, very bad. You can adjust the radius here and a bunch of stuff like that. Now, something that is rather cool about these 3D drawings though, if I add it, for instance, I go back into object mode and I'll do cube, and like this cube for a character here, and I press Command Shift, Shift Spacebar. I'll position this cube here, and this is just gonna be to prove something. Okay. I'll use it as some sort of aid. Great, and I'll go back, I'll select the columns, which is my object. I'll go back into draw mode, and I'll click here and I choose surface. But in the offset part, I'll set to 0. That way, this will attach itself to any surface. And you can do stuff like, I don't know, saying like hi. And the lines will be, it seems like you're painting in the cube, but you're actually not. Because once I take out the cube by pushing on the viewport, you'll see that I use that as a guideline to make some sort of 3D drawing. So this is like pretty interesting. It only works forward in time, as you can see, unless, and I will actually do a little bit of a take on me here. The tongue of the dragon. It works in that space unless I use a plugin that is called I always forget the name, Surfaces. So that plugin is installed by default, but you just need to turn it on. So in the add-ons, you just type BS and it will show Surfaces, and you make sure that it's clicked. And then I go here on the side tabs, go into edit, and I do select G pencil, and I say stroke to curves. I need to specify the name, so I use the eyedropper, I choose the columns, I turn strokes to curves, and it will appear to disappear, but as soon as I select this, the curve properties, I can go down and expand geometry, expand depth, and now the lines are actually like actual 3D objects, which I find a lot of fun to think. Okay, so that is one of the ways of how to use this. You can, after this, you can even, like if you want, you can turn the curves into geometry, so convert to mesh by selecting this. and choosing convert to mesh. And once it's turned into a mesh, you can also like use the sculpt mode and start using brushes such as inflate to make some parts larger than others. And it's a pretty fun organic sort of workflow. Or use the move brush to change some parts. So as you can see, you can do a lot of stuff with this. Okay, the next clip is going to be about shaders and Zelda.